Alright, now for our last part, we'll now have to solve for the radical. So as the example here, which is square root of 4x squared plus 3. The first thing that you have to do is that for our value of y, you have to make sure that both y and x will be substituted into x plus delta x and y plus delta y. So let's do it. We have y plus delta y is equals to square root of 4x plus delta x square plus 3. Our next step for that is that you have to expand this one and then substitute. So we have 4x square, let's do that, plus 2x delta x plus delta x square plus 3. Then we have to move y on the other side, which also makes it minus y, and on that y we have to substitute that again with the original equation. So we'll say we have square root of 4x squared plus 3. After that, well, by distribution, we have 4x squared plus 8x delta x plus 4 delta x squared plus 3, of course. Then copy 4x squared stays. And then after that, we'll have to all over that with delta x. And then after that one, once you're already done, you will also need to rationalize that by finding in its reciprocal. So let's erase this. Don't need this. Now the opposite for the minus is plus, so we'll have to multiply that from the numerator and denominator to ensure that this string of radicals will be erased, leaving off with only polynomials. This is basic algebra. Alright, so let's have 4, 4x squared plus 8x delta x plus 4 delta x and so on like that. That string numbers of delta x. Keep in mind that you also have to apply the same thing. I'm just trying to lengthen it up and then multiply it by the reciprocal, which the result that will be 4x squared plus 8x delta x plus 4 delta x squared plus 3 plus 4x squared plus 3 like that. And then do that the exact same thing. By multiplying that with each other, it also causes them to lose the radical. So we can say that by doing that, we'll have 4x squared plus 8x delta x plus 4 delta x squared plus 3. After that, we have to do parentheses 4x squared plus 3. And then combine that as given for the common denominator. We'll have x, delta x, followed by its reciprocal. We have 4x squared plus 8x delta x plus 4 delta x squared plus 3 plus 4x squared plus 3. Right. Now, is there really a similarity or something that we have to cancel? Well, yes, we also have one. Now, no, not substitution, by distributing these integers or the sign, we can simply say that this one will also make it negative 4, and this one, wait, no, this one will be 4, and this will be negative 3 as a result. So this will also make that one. We can also cancel it down for x squared and negative 3, positive 3. This also gets rid of them. So our only remaining for that will be 8x delta x plus 4 delta x squared. Okay. Alright, then after that, we'll have to factor it. We'll have to do the factoring. This one, we'll have to move the delta x to the other side so that we can be able to cancel it down, which allows you for which allows it to get either to get reduced or for it to be useful when using the limit. So well, also on the other side, so that also makes it the x. This also gets rid of it, and then after that, the delta x and this one will also get subtract. So that also makes it, so we have 8x plus 4 delta x instead of the usual delta x squared. Then after that one sec. And then after that, we can be able to cancel it down, and this will be our result. Then after that, we have to evaluate that using the limit of delta x as x approaches to 0. This will also make most of the delta x rather, to make that into 0. So we have to rewrite that. So we have 8x plus 4, 0. Yeah, you will not forget about that. Delta x as it approaches to 0. We have clustering of numbers. We have square root of 4x squared plus 8x, then 0, because why? This one already matches with our requirement. And a square plus 4, 0 square plus 3. Don't forget the other side. For x cubed plus 3. This one will cancel out, and this one will also get cancelled out, which remains it with the 4x cube, 4x squared, and 4x squared and 3, and so as with the right here. And then we have, oh yeah, by the way, which also leaves you with the 8x only, since this one is already 0, and 0 doesn't have any value. Then we have 4x squared plus 3. Then on the other side, now notice how they are both the same. This also means you can also add them to make that into 2. Now this, what's inside of the radical, it won't be able to change. Only what's outside of the parenthesis, what's outside of the radical rather. So this one will turn into, we have 8x, 2 square root of 4x squared plus 3. But what, is it already done, or is it the final answer? No, but because we still have to divide that by the 8x and the 2x, which also leaves you off with this one will also be 1, and this one will also be divisible by 2. This will also answered with 4x, then square root of 4x squared plus 3. This is your final answer. Now for checking, let's do the checking to see if it is right. Excuse me, Bob. You have derivative of 4x right here. Derivative of 4x squared plus 3. First of all, to make sure that you won't have any confusion, we must now turn this one, the radical, into in its exponential form. So this one will be derivative of 4x squared plus 3 raised to the power of 1/2. Now by doing the product rule, so sorry, by doing the power rule, we have 1/2, then 4x squared plus 3, 1/2 minus 1, that's negative 1/2, and then times the derivative of 4x squared plus 3, so that's 8x. Because look, x raised to the power of 2 minus 1, so that's 1, which often leaves you with 8x. Now let's try to simplify that. This one will be our numerator, which is 8x, followed by this one. Since this one you can also times it, so 8x over 2, which this one will be 2. Then followed by our this one will also turn that into positive. So this one will also become 4x squared plus 3 raised to the power of 1/2. Now this one will also turn that into in its radical form, which is 4x squared plus 3. Don't forget the 8x and 2. Same as usual, we will now have to divide that one, so it will become 4x This one will also became 1. Then 3. So this is your final answer.